The world knows her as Karen. We are all looking for Karen collectively. But in our home, we are looking for Mom. We are looking for Nana. Our children are looking for Nana.
Please, anyone that has any information in her disappearance, anybody have seen something, know something, every little bit helps. We want Karen brought back to the family. Too many days that she's been missing.
Also tonight, the search continues for Missouri City woman. Relatives say they haven't heard from her in more than a week. They have a man in custody after he was caught driving her car in Pearland.
Court documents reveal the man investigators found driving her car, who has been named a person of interest, is also of interest in 2 October cases of different stolen cars and missing people.
Karen Miles is a vibrant 61-year-old from Missouri City, known for her sociable nature and active involvement with the Black Heritage Committee at Rodeo Houston, the Order of the Eastern Star, and countless other organizations. Her warm and outgoing personality makes her a beloved figure within her community. Effortlessly connecting with people and always greeting others with a smile and kind word was something she was known for. She was also a giving person, known for giving the shirt off of her back to anyone, even strangers. Everything seemed to be going as normal until Karen failed to show up to work, leaving her family and community anxious for answers. Karen was last heard from on August 21st and last seen around noon on August 22nd near the 10,000 block of South Sam Houston Parkway. After 10 days of silence, her family officially reported her missing on August 29th, deeply concerned about the risk posed by her medical condition.
It's been a little over a week since 61-year-old Karen Miles was last seen.
Because it's been too many days that she's been missing.
Karen's older sister tells us she's extremely worried because Karen is a diabetic and has high blood pressure.
If my sister doesn't take her 3 shots per day, she can possibly go into a diabetic coma. Or she can pass out because she is known to have passed out before.
The family says they don't know when Karen was last seen, but they haven't heard from her in over 10 days.
Everybody's thinking that maybe she was driving her car and she had a medical incident with her diabetes and may have passed out and veered off the road somewhere. That's how my family and all of her friends want to think that this is what maybe has happened to her.
The Missouri City Police Department is investigating this case and hoping to have more information soon. In the meantime, her family is optimistic, hoping they can bring her back home, because they say this social butterfly, who is a member of the Black Heritage Society with the Houston Rodeo, is utterly missed.
My sister has always been a socialite type person. She has thousands of friends, and she belongs to so many organizations in the Houston area.
The Texas Department of Public Safety has issued a clear alert highlighting the urgency of her disappearance, as Karen is diabetic and relies on 3 insulin shots daily to manage her condition. Karen is described as 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing around 190 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes.
Tonight, Wendy Lewis Armstrong is looking through pictures of her and Karen Miles.
Oh, she loves the rodeo. Let's be clear. Black Heritage Committee is definitely one of her favorites.
The two work alongside each other in the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo Black Heritage Committee.
So Karen joined our committee 9 years ago, and when I tell you, she hit the ground running. I mean, for those who know Karen, they know she's full of energy, full of life.
Armstrong says Miles is always there wherever she's needed.
One time we had a scholarship presentation at my church, and she showed up fully dressed, ready to go, ready to talk to children and just educate the kids about things that are happening in the agriculture area.
Miles has now been missing for more than 2 weeks. When Armstrong heard the news, she couldn't believe it.
We had just seen her a few weeks before at our Black Heritage Committee meeting, and she was vibrant, as always, taking pictures. To be clear, Karen takes pictures at every event.
Armstrong says she and other members are hoping Miles is found soon.
Yeah, we're a family, and when someone from your family is missing, the family shows up, and we've been leaning on each other.
During a press conference, MCPD Detective Derek Spencer shared additional details, including information about a man arrested by Pearland police. Adding to the mystery, authorities found Karen's car in Pearland, Texas, but Karen herself still remains missing. A man whose name hasn't been released was pulled over because the license plate on the car was reported stolen. He was arrested on unrelated charges and has not been charged in connection with Karen's disappearance as of yet. Although he hasn't been charged in connection with the disappearance, he is considered a significant figure in the investigation after allegedly lying about how he came into possession of the car. Police believe the vehicle was stolen from the Missouri City apartment complex where Karen lives. Investigators meticulously combed through the vehicle for any leads that could possibly shed light on what may have happened. A gun and Karen's cell phone were both located inside of the vehicle. Nothing abnormal was found inside Karen's apartment, and there were no signs of a robbery. Unfortunately, the complex didn't have working surveillance cameras, so investigators had little to go on. Texas EquiSearch remained on standby and ready to help as investigators pinpointed where to begin their search. Whether Karen and the male know each other remains unclear.
Also tonight, another mysterious disappearance. Karen Miles vanished 2 weeks ago in Missouri City, and what's really worrying her family is that a strange man was found driving her car. ABC at 13's Alex Bozarjian is live tonight with their plea for information. Alex.
It's certainly a desperate plea considering Karen Miles hasn't been heard from or seen in over 2 weeks, and police are now saying that they don't yet have a place to search for Miles. But what they do have is Miles's car, and they say they found Devontae Clark driving it in Pearland. They spotted it at an HEB, and they say that he had changed out the license plates for some stolen Arizona license plates. Now, as far as their relationship, Miles's family and friends say they don't know who Clark is, and Clark is allegedly telling investigators he doesn't know Miles.
You will not find a kinder, more giving person.
The power of prayer is what's holding this sisterhood together.
Karen is light. And so this feels dark because we don't know where she is.
Danessa Bowling and Karen Miles go way back. Friends turned family, really. Both of them members of the Order of the Eastern Star, a fraternal organization.
She's a part of so many organizations. She gives to so much. She's constantly volunteering.
Loved ones say Miles's worker bee way is likely why she went missing without anyone immediately noticing. According to Missouri City Police, Miles was last seen August 21st on the Beltway near 90. Her disappearance was reported to police 8 days later.
I'm already accepting that she's gone, and I'm trying to deal with that.
Patricia Evans fears the worst for her diabetic sister. Without her 3 insulin shots a day, she could slip into a coma. She's now been missing for over 2 weeks.
And it's just been too long.
Miles's car may be investigators' biggest lead at the moment. Her Ford Explorer was found in Pearland on August 25th. Police say Devontae Clark was behind the wheel and had swapped out Miles's license plates.
The car will hopefully lead us to some answers. It's also, to be honest, very scary because we have the car and we still don't have Karen.
At the time of his arrest in Pearland, Clark was a fugitive, according to court documents. He's facing charges for evading arrest in Harris County and now Brazoria County. However, none are related to Miles's disappearance. Clark allegedly told investigators he doesn't know her.
How, who, why, it makes no sense.
Both sisters by blood and by bond, praying for their light to come home.
Karen's daughter and son attended the news conference, standing before the crowd with heavy hearts, pleading for assistance in finding their missing mother. Her daughter spoke through tears, describing her mother as a very wonderful person who has done so many great things for her community. Her words painted a picture of a compassionate woman who had touched the lives of many. Her daughter's emotional plea reflected not only the love her family has for her, but also the deep sense of loss felt by the entire community. Roughly 3 weeks after her disappearance, MCPD announced that human remains were discovered following a lead in the search. The remains were found in a heavily wooded area roughly 4 miles from Karen's apartment, behind a church near Blue Ridge Road and Highway 90. At this time, it is unclear whether the remains belong to Karen. Police would publicly go on to identify the person of interest as 28-year-old Devontae Clark. Remember, when police officers pulled him over, they discovered the license plate had been altered and he was actually behind the wheel of Karen Miles' vehicle. which have reportedly been stolen from her apartment complex in Missouri City. Clark claimed he had rented the vehicle from someone, but investigators took him to the Brazoria County Jail. Court documents revealed that Texas EquiSearch considers Clark a person of interest in 2 separate cases involving stolen vehicles linked to missing persons. He also has prior charges for evading arrest and unauthorized use of a vehicle. While police have not yet confirmed the remains belong to Karen, her family strongly believes they do. Her sister expressed the family's devastation, saying, "It is a 99% indication that it is my sister. We hoped she might be alive, but it didn't end that way." The family is now focused on seeking justice. A prayer vigil in Karen's memory will be held on September 14th at Emmanuel United Methodist Church.
Court documents reveal the man investigators found driving her car, who has been named a person of interest, is also of interest in 2 October cases of different stolen cars and missing people. Since last October, 40-year-old Destin Henderson has been missing from his North Harris County apartment.
My brother was an excellent brother, an excellent son, an excellent father.
It's been a long 9 months for his mother.
My heart once and it hurts so badly. I've had nervous breakdown.
Still desperate to know what happened to him, but suspicious of someone he had recently met.
When my brother disappeared, he disappeared. He was nowhere to be found.
28-year-old Devontae Clark and Henderson became friends. Family says Henderson sometimes stayed with Clark, including 2 nights before he disappeared. How long did your son know Devontae Clark before he disappeared?
They weren't a couple. They were getting to know each other. Like I say, they were associates for about 3 weeks.
Henderson is still missing, and months later, Clark has been named a person of interest in the disappearance of 61-year-old Missouri City mother Karen Miles, last heard from 3 weeks ago. Detectives found yet to be identified skeletal remains in this wooded area after Pearland police arrested Clark in Miles' car with stolen Arkansas plates on it. Henderson's car also disappeared when he did in October, but family members say it was found in March. New court records reveal Texas EquiSearch contacted Missouri City detectives last week. They referenced 2 Harris County cases naming Clark as a person of interest in a pair of stolen vehicle cases where the victims were never located, one of them from October 24th, the same day Henderson disappeared.
I just want to bring my baby home. All I want to do is find my baby and bring him home.
And Clark remains in the Brazoria County Jail, not charged in any of these cases. Tonight, Texas EquiSearch is not commenting, and law enforcement has not confirmed Devontae Clark's connection to the October disappearance of Destin Henderson. We also don't have any information on the other stolen vehicle and missing person case investigators say Clark may be connected to. But tonight, the Harris County Sheriff's Office confirms it is investigating to establish any links.
As family and friends continue to pray for strength and guidance through this unexpected and traumatic experience, many are choosing to remember Karen for who she was, her vibrant personality and kind spirit. A close friend who was the last person confirmed to have spoken with Karen fondly recalls their final conversation.
She had a big personality. She was full of life. She was, as we all call her, the social butterfly.
3 weeks ago, Dr. Conti Terrell sent her friend Karen Miles a text reminding her about their volunteer meeting on Zoom.
Did you ever think that would be the last time you would hear from her?
No.
That was August 21st. Terrell says the meeting ended around 9:35 p.m.
She texted me right after, and she had been late getting on, and she said, "Hey, I'm late, but I'm going to contact the gala event director, Darshell, tomorrow, and make sure you know me, so I do my part. Make sure I know what you need." And I said, "Okay, thank you so much. Love you. Bye."
Terrell says Miles was at her apartment. She posted on Facebook around 10:35 that night, but no one has heard from her since.
Did anything seem off about her demeanor, out of character?
Nope, not at all.
Miles never showed up for work the next day.
3 days later, police arrested 26-year-old Devontae Clark after he was found in her car with stolen license tags. He was arrested on unrelated charges but considered a person of interest. During the search for Miles, detectives found skeletal remains in this wooded area on Monday, more than 4 miles away from Karen Miles' apartment.
There's somebody out there that knows what happened to our dear loved one. So if you're there, please. She has children, she has grandchildren, she has siblings. They love her. She has family, she has friends. We love her. Please, we need to have answers.
Karen Miles has been missing. It's a lot to say those words out loud. Since August 21st, 2024, at 61 years old, she lives alone, but is not lonely. She has a wide circle of friends and community connections and people that she's loved and nurtured for as long as I've been alive, for as long as we've been alive, in a number of different ways. As you can imagine, this is an incredible, trying time for our family, and we are urgently looking to bring her home safely. Karen, our mother, is a loving person known for her independence and vibrant spirit. She is cherished deeply by her family and friends, and it is out of character for her to disappear without a word. The world knows her as Karen. We are all looking for Karen collectively, but in our home, we are looking for Mom. We are looking for Nana. Our children are looking for Nana. We're here today to ask the community's assistance. Please help us. In any way that you can, by sharing information, participating in search efforts, should they come along, or simply spreading the word. If you have seen our mother or have heard anything that might be trivial, especially if you spoke to her on August 21st, 2024 or after, please contact the Missouri City Police Department at 281-403-8700. That number again is 281-403-8700. We want to express our gratitude to family, friends, community from near and far, and the local law enforcement for their relentless efforts. We know that you all are doing all that you can, and we yet still encourage the public to continue to contribute. Your involvement is crucial. If you have any information, again, no matter how minor it may seem, please contact the Missouri City Police Department immediately. Time is critical, and we remain hopeful that with your support, we can find our mother and we can bring her home. Thank you all for your time, for your compassion, and your willingness to assist. We are determined to continue our search without pause. And to our mother, to Nana, to a mother, to a friend, to a community leader, we will never give up. We love you. We will find you safe and bring you home. An active search effort at this moment, in the sense that we consider our mother, our Nana, our Karen to be very much alive, and we look and affirm for her to be brought home safe, so that the healing process with our family can begin. And we look forward to you all using and leveraging your spaces in the community and the news only to that end, to bring Karen home safely. So again, thank you, detectives Thank you all for being here, and we look forward to more and positive updates. Thank you again.
Can you share a little more about her? What was her occupation?
I'm not taking any additional questions in that regard, but if you want to speak to who she is as a person, she's a very wonderful person who has done a lot of great things in this community for as long as I've been alive, and she is a person that we should continue to look for deliberately, intentionally, and thoroughly until she's found. Thank you very much.